I remember a time in my life when it was dark. Really dark. So dark I couldn't see a way out of it. I felt empty, alone, and this frightening sense of despair haunted me. I began to question what happened to my life because it was once a very loving, fun, and purposeful experience. But then my perspective changed as it entered into shadow. I was lost in loneliness, and no one was there to understand. Because time had a habit of catching up with me, and the past kept coming back to remind me that. People have walked away. Loved ones died. Things didn't work out. My relationships failed. And I lived alone in a house that felt more like a prison. I felt like a slave when all I wanted to do was live again. And yes, I used to cry myself to sleep. The tears flowed from my eyes until I could cry no more. The pain was almost too much to bear, so I built up walls. I began to distance myself from the world. I lived inside my head because my heart was dead, but it still had a beat. And I would scream out hoping that someone would hear me, but there was no response. Did I keep going when there were seemingly no reasons for me to? Yes, I did. And so should you. And here's what I did to climb my way out of that mess. When I felt like I was on the verge of a breakdown, that I couldn't take it no more, I reached out and talked to someone. I realized the walls I built must come down in order for me to get my life back. Now, some of you may think that talking doesn't help you, but I think it's only because you haven't developed the ability to communicate your thoughts and feelings yet, and that's okay. You have to get started somewhere. I know I had to. Exercise was another tool that has done the world of good for my life. It has given me the energy, motivation, and confidence needed to pull myself out of my depression. At first it was hard to stick with it, but I'm so grateful I persevered because now I can't see my life without it. And remember, exercise isn't just for the body, it's also for the mind. You spend all this time exercising negative thoughts and bad habits, but the sad thing is, you are unaware of how the exercising of those negative thoughts is robbing you of having a better life. A life if you knew you could live, you wouldn't second guess it. You wouldn't sabotage yourself from having it. But you sit there in your self-loathing, doubting life can change for you, and here's what I have to say to that. You have to discover yourself. That is the goal of this life. You have to discover the strength and light within. You need to learn how to be your own best friend when no one else is there. You need to develop the ability to motivate yourself when you're depressed and you feel like giving up. Don't you understand that so many people go wrong because they put their faith and hopes in others and outside sources, and when those people disappoint you, then no wonder you're hurt. No wonder you feel abandoned. No wonder you're lonely. You're depressed because you've been blind your whole life to the most important priority, and that is putting faith and hope in you. You're depressed and lonely because you haven't seen yourself as being a person of power, as being an individual who has control over his or her life. The world has conditioned you to feel powerless. I get it, but I'm urging you to wake up. All you need to do is wake up and do the work in yourself. Just remember that no matter how positive you become in life, feelings of sadness will still appear. But at least now you are equipped to fight back, to regain your power, to overcome your loneliness and depression.